some of the stuff I talk about might seem pretty crazy, but I can explain why Jesus Christ, as in me, would be a lot different than you people would think. Um, I'm not mentally ill, I'm not schizophrenic, I'm not anything crazy. You have all been basically led astray, not only in me and God's name, but you have all been brainwashed and conditioned to think of me in only one way. You think of like a superhero. You think of Superman a certain way, Batman a certain way, this superhero a certain way, this another superhero another way. You think of me as only Jesus when Satan, the devil, the Illuminati is real, and they've been here and they've been waiting for me. They've been waiting for this moment for me to come back, be able to say that I'm me, and they made you guys think that I would be my dad, and they also, well, basically propagated and influenced stories over time change anyways, but they kind of made it so you guys didn't understand that it was a metaphor, turning water into wine and being magic. I have slight magic wind powers sometimes, believe it or not, but it's not enough to really prove anything. It's like being connected with nature and the universe. What I can do, at the very least, is prove to you that the Illuminati, that the Illuminati is real, and the devils, the reptilians, the shapeshifters are real, and they are really around me. I mean, why else would they not? Why else would they be around me? The same person who claims to have footage of them and that they're all around him happens to be the one saying he's Jesus. This might sound crazy because people who say they're Jesus are almost always insane or on drugs, and they're never Jesus except for me. And people who claim that there's shapeshifters and aliens around them are almost always, if not every single time, crazy and insane. I'm about to show you something on the YouTube that I prepared. I said, only the Father knows the Son, and only the Son knows the Father, and it's my job to reveal every single thing that I can to, at the very least, prove that the Illuminati is real. I need to make it so you people online understand that I am real, 100% real, and I have nothing to hide. I'm not mentally ill. I don't really see why you might think that. Maybe in my videos you would understand that I'm limping. I got in a motorcycle accident, and this, believe it or not, was part of I call it my process in just being human, being a god in human flesh, born of spirit, not of flesh. That represents me taking over a human body, believe it or not. The stories that you have all been told in the Bible are all rearranged, mixed matched, over exaggerated, and also put in there, partly, sometimes, by demonic entities to make me seem like a completely different person. It's like you are at a party expecting Superman and Batman walks in. It's like you're expecting, the guy with the ring, but Iron Man comes in instead. And I can explain every single way which way I am. Even me being where I am in Miami, the reason I need to be in Miami is because that's where the most demonic entities are. That's where the most sin is. So if I'm going to be saving people, this is where I need to be. And also, it doesn't really need to be Bethlehem where I am, and I would not be coming back speaking thee and thou and being overly holy. I'm only trying to be who I can be while I'm under a demonic attack. The technology that demons have is very, very highly advanced, as they're technically aliens, and they've been controlling mankind for thousands of years, and the earth is not as old as you think. I can explain every single way it's just these signs match up to me. Not just with all of these signs in the stores and the Walmarts and all around, the almost subliminal type messages that they try and contact me with, and they're trying to pretend to be me, as in many will call me my name. This is exactly what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about people walking up to you and pretending to be me. I'm not talking about schizophrenics and people who are psychotic. That I don't really care about. That's like a byproduct of what I was talking, because that also is to be warned of. People like cult leaders and stuff like that pretending to be me. But I'm talking specifically about these people going up and pretending to be me and going up to the government and saying they're me right when around the time I'll be back. So let me show you people, all of you humans, something that, like I said, anything you can do, I can do. Anything I can do, you can do. I think that's something fair and awesome to preach to humans. And there's lots of stuff I try and preach. The best I can do at the moment for myself, and I want to live by example to the best I can. Now, believe it or not, the story of how Hayden Lonsdale, like I tell in my videos, became me is that just like it talks about the white horse and Jesus Christ, the Son of Man, which are the same, being given a name written no one knows about, it's translated differently in different Bibles. Why would Jesus Christ or the white horse, which is a metaphor, be given a name written that no one knows besides himself? It's because Hayden, who was a human, born of flesh, would eventually become spirit, which is me. And I can explain how what I'm saying is real. Of course, it's going to sound psychotic and delusional and insane. If you don't think that that's something that the Illuminati and the Satanists would try, and they want you guys all going delusional insane at the same time as thinking anything that's sane is delusional insane. When sane is insane and insane is sane. When up is down and down is up, right is left and left is right. They want everything, the whole world, to be turning on its axis. They want everything to be flipped upside down, basically. Now, I can prove that every single... Now, this might not seem like big knowledge or something crazy to you. Once you connect it with all the other signs I give, I promise you it will match and assemble and like building up a subconscious bubble in your subconscious. It'll blow up into something big where you will believe, even if you don't want to believe, even if you believe that I'm one of them, even if you believe that I'm a false messiah, you will believe that there's something major going on. You will be living your life drastically different than you ever have been. Freak on a Leash, Thoughtless, Somebody Someone, by Korn, Did My Time, Another Brick in the Wall, by Korn, Indoctrination, I Don't Know How But They Found Me, are all on Hayden's birthday for a reason. Now, I put lots of evidence of my existence before I got here, if that makes sense. The wording of this might not make sense until you mix it and match it with other signs. So, One by Metallica, Sad But True by Metallica, Korn, Here to Stay, Korn, Got the Life, Korn, Alone I Break, Korn, Clown, Korn, Right Now, and just so you know, Korn, the reason why I know these are signs, because I was the one that did it, basically, or should I say, technically, it was me, but it was also my father's and God, and there's so many signs. Walk, Mouth for War, Revolution Is My Name, Drag the Waters. Now, these songs are all on Hayden's birthday and also sing about God slightly. No one knows the Father but me. No one knows me but the Father. I know I'm more that weird. It's people talking over me. Believe it or not, that's the people that I talk about. They're now on break right when I have been talking about this. And it's one of those things, like, I like to prove what they do. And they're not really on break, they just kind of came out here just to annoy this video because they don't want me talking to you. Almost Easy by Avenged Sevenfold, Cantora Cowboys from Hell, The Unforgiven, The Other Unforgiven. I mean, there's lots of songs I can prove are on his birthday and here. I can even show you my ID. I mean, wish I would. Now, it might seem weird why Jesus Christ would be into music, but I had to be able to make Hayden Lonsdale. It's like an avatar. Like Midnight Gospel, downloading myself into an avatar, Neo, The Matrix, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared videos, if you've seen that. Now, The Unforgiven, the young boy learns their rules, is because I wanted Hayden. Hayden was basically almost being indoctrinated by Satan, the Illuminati, and the reptilian shapeshifters, and I wanted him to think that they were me. I even gave Hayden Lonsdale a name written in which no one knows about, like on his Facebook. You can search 5 years ago. His name on his Facebook was Luke Haas. Because I wanted to represent Luke Skywalker, knowing that they would be evil to him and want him to convince him to be evil. So I wanted him to think of me as them, and them as Darth Vader, and also Hayden Christensen, the chosen one. Hayden Christensen. Hayden Lonsdale's birth name was Hayden Lonsdale. His birthday was October 25th. Last time I was here, I chose a human named Jesus Christ. So, I am the Jesus Christ God entity that put himself into Jesus and now put himself into Hayden. And if you pay attention to all of what I'm saying, it really does match up to something. And I can prove this is 100% real. Let me mix it with something else. I know this sounds weird, why Jesus Christ would come back like this. I wish I could just make the sunlight come out and go like this and do a little bit brighter for you and stuff like that, but you just kind of have to believe in me that I'm the real Jesus Christ and things happen for a reason. So, Coming Back Again might sound weird, but the song Coming Back Again The lyrics are, if you listen to these songs, Disturbed by Stupefy, Stupefy by Disturbed, and I think I can misspeak too, believe it or not. You all have idolized me and worshipped me in a way that is rude. As a real God talking to you all, that's not nice. That's like, imagine if you had a friend you haven't met yet, and you expected him to bring you. I know humans don't just want items from me, but imagine you expected him to be like way better than he could be, and it's because of your enemies, my enemies, and also your own accidents from the past. People accidentally write better stories about me because they liked me, and it got out of hand. And then demons were like, yeah, let's keep that going. When he comes back as a half human, Jesus Christ is God in the flesh. If you've known me, you've known the Father. If you've seen me, you've seen him. It's basically me telling people that God wanted to be a human. Stupefy, voodoo. I put all these signs not just for Hayden to have faith in me and love me in his own special way, because he was technically God's favorite, like the precursor to Jesus, like a bootloader, something that was and became. Salva Coagula being made into something more pure. Bloody poetry, solely resurrected from the grave. These are all signs and codes and numbers. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Controlled by real you. In that video, don't hug me, I'm scared, talks about being controlled by real you. Now, in that the day the Earth stood still, Neo, like the Matrix, they even asked him, "Are you human?" He said, "My body is," as in, this body is flesh, but I am spirit. It's like a secret code. The vengeful one, waiting for the time he'll take human form again. I want to reach all people this time, not just the Christians, not just the Jewish people, not just the Muslims, not just anyone. There is no such thing as the exact chosen race or the chosen people. There is no chosen anything. There's no chosen color or country. Jerusalem and Israel was always special, but what I'm saying is that everyone gets included and everyone goes to heaven, except for most likely the devil, who I tried testing, and they just can't seem to get or understand anything. And I know how this might seem strange, but hey, I don't know why you wouldn't want to believe me. I think people have to understand what I'm doing. Now, this is another comment or section I call the kid and they. What it do? Relax, you gotta be honest, kid. Now, I also put the reason why some of these music videos are made by the Illuminati. I had to kind of infiltrate them while I wasn't in a body, and still am not. That's how I do some of the license plates thing I do, and how I make them put those signs everywhere for me. I'm making them put that stuff all over the store at the same time as that's what they would be doing anyways, kinda. Believe it or not, it's my psychological, almost mentalist type techniques. The welcome to the family, hey kid. I wanted him to think that I was them. Canceled, hey kid, you can't cancel a kid. 3 songs right there about the kid. Unforgiven, the young boy learns their rules. It's about Hayden. The song The Stage by Avenged Sevenfold talks about the young boy. And it basically talks about growing up, and then all of a sudden starts talking about Jesus Christ, isn't me. Indestructible. Now I can prove how indestructible. It's one of those things where it's like almost like a gang seems to be talking about. And it's like, what gang would he be talking about? And another mission, the powers have called me away to carry the colors again. My motivation and oath I've sworn to defend to win the honor of coming back home again. I need Hayden to have the inspiration, because music can change people. Every single thing that Lucifer does that I do is for the opposite reason. I would love to give people musical strength and inspiration if it's going to help them. I don't just listen to gospel. You can't say who I am. I can't be every single person's personal Jesus. I am half human, which means that I am half human, whatever you think of as being human. I pee, I poop, I eat, I think, I feel. I'm not just like some robot. I cannot be as good yet as you think of me as. Was 5-year-old me back then the same as me now? I mean, I would say back then it took time, like growing a plant from a seed to a flower. I said I had to take over a human body like last time. And all of a sudden, it's like Jesus, the human, kind of fizzled away. It sounds insane and crazy and delusional, but if I can't tell you about stuff about me and Earth, how do you expect me to tell you about heaven? So these are all real things that I'm telling you. The lizard people conspiracy, it's on his birthday. Um, Daughter, prof. Now there's this weird thing where they, like I said, they wanted Hayden Lonsdale, like I talk about in my videos, to become a girl or a little girl dog, and I had to make almost chest Hayden and see, okay, well, if he happens to want to choose that path, then I'll let him and then save him at the last second. Stupefy, like I said, coming back again. Heathens, you don't know half the abuse. It's about Hayden Robert Lonsdale being abused by them, like Harry Potter being able to defeat Voldemort because he had a bit of him in him. I mean, I only have a mark right here. I should say he had one from a scar, but you can feel it, and it's like, it's crazy. Never Learn, it's about Hayden, an apprentice. But you should listen to all these songs. Brotherly Never Learn. Brotherly Never Learn. It's a religious song. Another song called Own Light. Uh, they've been trying to bring you down your whole life. It's like a double meaning. It's also for humans think about M. Most humans would never ever guess that it's about some one person. Ever wonder if it's all for you by the Red Hot Chili Peppers on Hayden's birthday? Believer. Face of the Future. That's telling me. Break Hayden down and build up Afterlife because we've been waiting for you. So that Hayden would think that I was singing to him. You have to listen to these songs and you would realize there's really, really, real something going on with what I'm talking about. Now this is another one. Message Man by 21 Pilots. Only few know the... Hold on. I'll look it up for you, because I don't want to feel like I'm in a rush or anything, and make sure that people understand. I mean, I don't have people messaging me other than people saying schizophrenia. I feel like people listen to 10 seconds of my video, or should I say, I know that people most likely, more often than not, all listen to my videos for a couple minutes and think that's insane, that's crazy, there's no way that's real. And don't listen to the full videos or anything. Message Man. You don't, a loser hides behind a mask of my disguise, and who I am today is worse than other times. About me. You don't know my brain the way you know my name. You don't know my heart the way you know my face. It's about me. I am bigger than the Illuminati. I made them make signs for me for when I got back, believe it or not. And again, you might accuse me of being them even. You please use discretion when you're messing with the Message Man. These lyrics aren't for everyone, only few understand. And then, like I said, heathens, you might be one of us. I warned you just to stay away. Who is being one of them? Like I said that, like before, if you mix everything I say, be very careful, listen to what I'm saying. Now, The Best Day by Atmosphere. But don't waste no time feeling sorry for yourself. We'll be right here with you through your war, 'cause you're the one that we make this music for. So who are they talking to? I would say it's the kid, 'cause they used to call Hayden the kid and Buddy and stuff. But to them, they're not my dad. Lucifer's not my dad. Illuminati's not my dad. The reptilian people are not my dad. I'm not a reptilian person. And I also need to complete Hayden in the sense that I'll be back when it's all complete, when I'm all complete, when the world's all complete, when it's all ready for me. Schism, bring the pieces back together by Tool. Realign, demons breathing they didn't know need to realign. Immortal technique, the prophecy, wait till I'm together like a symphony. Message Man, New Millennium Sinai Christ. Now, the animal is a big one. And believe it or not, I could talk about more stuff later, but it'll only make me seem crazy or insane when I'm really not. So, the animal. Now, this song, believe it or not, has a lamb, where it talks about someone being completed and shedding their mortal disguise. Like, think about the kid who was writing this music. For me, it was me making them do it for me. This song is about the Lamb of God in Revelations, the girl representing the woman who was drunk with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus, and the nations were living in luxury with her. The whore of Babylon, these people, the Illuminati. And you can clearly see a lamb with a cross, and then the woman's trying to eat the lamb, and then and she gets eaten. And the guy, it's one of those things. And there's so many songs by Disturbed, by Korn, by so many of the music that I want Hayden to listen to that had his birthday on it, a day or before. Like the song Overlord by Lamb of God, it's not on his birthday, but it's about God and the Son, as in me. And then Shadow of a Man, Mudvayne. God is a lot different than you think and know, and I'm not the devil, I'm not a false messiah, but I'd say you'd be insane not to know some of these connections that I am giving you and not wanting to investigate them. Don't hug me, I'm scared. The real me is God. How Neo, the Matrix, and Keanu Reeves in the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still, are you human? My body is. Well, if his body is human, then what isn't human? He has an alien mind, but a human body? How does that make sense? No questions are asked. That's like me. Do not fear, for when they hand you over, I will speak for you. The words will be given to you in that hour. Doesn't that mean that God will be speaking for that person or through that person? Some people might think it just means someone giving them a piece of paper, or God being there telling what to say or do. No, it actually means God's speaking through me. As in, it's me just speaking through, being a human, and my words are more closely connected than God, to God. But I can't explain why I am the way I am, other than people just need to believe. And usually, I can give people a lot of faith, even like the license plates, the birthdays, the things line up. Some of the TV shows that I talk about, I even partially made for him to notice me. And I put subliminal, almost coded messages in them for him to notice me and follow my instructions to get me into his body so I could save the world. And warn people that the Illuminati is real. And even if you don't believe in Jesus, I could prove there's something going on with them. This song, Divide, by Disturbed, I never needed to be one of you anyway. So, the song Indestructible talks about carrying the colors again, like almost for a gang. And then, even on Tech Nine's arm, the song Cult Leader, he has a 777 tattooed on him, but no one notices that. If you look it up, no one notices really. But Hayden noticed it. And there's so many things that I could talk about that will help you to believe in what I'm saying is real. At the very least, warn you that satanic infiltration and demons are real and they do walk amongst us. You might know one. Might be someone you know. Might be someone you might visit an area if you're on vacation and there's a bunch of demons there, you just don't see them or notice them. Like me, you'd have to open your eyes in a different way. Like not like healing the blind, but teaching people to see differently. And that's what I can do. And I hope this video helps people.